they then go down the water right up to the diagonal.
Stephanie said that she has a speaker if you want to look it up.
That'd be fun to take kids to.
I think that's the best spin we've had all day.
I'll figure out how to open the test. Yes.
Test instruct, not a
All better.
That's a big one.
When we get down to the crayfish, you can hold one of those. So they're not all tadpoles. Those are newts in the water there. So most flies, stonefly, mayfly, yeah, they kind of swim in a circle. Right. Got a fly.
We're the local chapter of the Native Plant Society. We have extra magazines for free people can take. We have plants for sale. Small plants are $5, large plants are $11, and we sell in Blake.
Is that okay with this?
And if you want to find out more about our organization, just put it in a bag. Oh.
Volunteer citizen group that works to pass climate change legislation. We work with our congresspeople, and we also help people with electrification projects and focus the media attention on climate. Are you interested in climate?
Yeah. What we have going on here is, this is called Pacific Flyway Center, and we're creating this 124-acre project within an entire 845 acres. So the Pacific Flyway Fund owns all 845 acres. We're a nonprofit. We were started back in 2015 by a gentleman called Ken Hoffman, a huge philanthropist. He also was part owner of the Oakland A's, so you could kind of look that up. Unfortunately, Ken is no longer with us. He passed away in his mid-90s in 2018, but he provided $5 million to start this project. And so last July, after we got all of our permits, our environmental permits, we were able to start construction. What we're creating within this 124 acres, all the blue, those are all wetland ponds. They're not super deep, right? They're to mimic the rest of the Sassoon Marsh and create a pristine habitat for birds, mammalians, amphibians, reptiles. There's over 1 billion birds that migrate from Alaska down to Patagonia in South America. It's a 10,000-mile migratory highway. The Bay Area is kind of that midway stopover point, so there's a ton of birds. Yeah, all these birds are stopping, and they stop in the marsh areas, And so we're creating kind of a pristine area for them to actually rest, nest, have their babies if they need to, feed. And so the marsh doesn't have a lot of areas where people can have public access. So not only is this right off of the freeway, it is 100 square miles within 10 million people. So if you were to think about it as kind of the Monterey Bay Aquarium without captivity of birds and outdoor wildlife, it's kind of like what we're trying to create here. So right now we're still creating these ponds. Hopefully it'll be finished sometime July, August, and then they're going to start creating these 3 miles of trails, and then probably next April, after the winter, they'll be able to finish the trails and do the parking lots and put up some of the amenities.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
State has thousands of acres. You get an introduction.
Is a wonderful mechanism of just being creative. And please get a hold of your poet laureates here in Vallejo and let them know you want to.
So that is another artist's interpretation of creating environment. Right? So that
Estimates are that by 2025, that's next year, you could make those 10 bags for every feet. In addition, the World Economic Forum paints a bleak picture, saying that by 2050, 25 years from now, the ocean could hold more plastic than fish by weight. That is insane. We don't think about it because plastic has become such a convenience in our daily lives. Still, along with the various issues affecting our planet, plastic is damaging the natural rhythm of the ocean. It is an assault on our seas. It is said, out of sight, out of mind. But what is out of sight cannot be out of our responsibility. You can stroll along the shores and see bits of plastic littering the sands, leftovers of our convenience-driven lives. Our seas have become dumping grounds for synthetic confetti. Plastic enters our seas in many different ways, including traveling in our rivers, sewers, and of course from human hands. But out of heart, out of mind, the ocean weeps while many sleep, turning away from the water's well, where our seas have become our garbage trails. And as Kathleen had mentioned earlier, the plastic doesn't dissolve. It breaks down into tiny, minuscule particles known as microplastics, turning our oceans into a toxic soup. Seabirds mistake our plastic waste for food. Sea turtles get entangled in six-pack rings or mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. Seals and whales with bellies burdened by our discarded plastic refuse end up on beaches. Plastic does not just poison marine life, that mistakes it for food, it percolates along the food chain to you and me. Tiny organisms eat the microplastics, which larger fish then eat, and eventually they may end up on our plates. So we could easily be eating plastic. Kathleen mentioned the credit card. That's what we're eating, credit card size of plastic sometimes. And I say yuck, because it is not a very tasty ideal as far as I'm concerned when you think about it. The fish on your plate, the salt in your shaker, microplastics have been discovered in these everyday staples. We look out at the ocean and see water. It's not just water, it's a pulsing, thriving home to abundant life. When we harm it, we unravel the strands that hold everything together, everything that sustains us. It doesn't just poison marine life, our health is intertwined with the well-being of the ocean. Plastic in the sea leads to a toxic chain. It is a crisis that is affecting all of us. So what do? I don't know if you've heard the terms refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. Refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. These are the 5 R's of action that can be taken to help our planet through recycling. Simple actions that ripple outwards. Opt for that usable cloth bag. Avoid buying non-recyclable products. Say no to single-use plastics where you can help. Help with waterfront and beach community cleanups. Continue to recycle and advocate for policies that protect our oceans and marine life. These are simple pledges that we can begin with, and small steps wield the power to create change. We must remember that we are the stewards of this Bay Area and planet, and have a role transcending local geography. No act of preservation is too small, and it is not just for us that we must be responsible. It is for the future of our children and our grandchildren. So I want to close with a few points, and this first one is called Mother Earth is Speaking. Can you feel the earth, her breath, her tone? Mother Earth is speaking. She's got something to say. She is signaling her woes to throw the chains of plastic away. Her murmurs look to shift our ways as her tides toss back our thoughtless waste. She entrusted us to nurture her land, but in our pursuit of progress, we forgot to tread with care. We scour and scar her fertile soils, pollute her waters with contaminants and particles. Like deadly guests creeping into the food we eat, hear her whispers, heed her rumbles. Mother Earth is in distress, and it's up to us to remedy this mess. The tides are spitting out our debris. Seabirds and turtles pay the steep and rising fees. We watch the dolphins leap through rings of shame, splashing against the surface of humanity's cruel game. Sea creatures caught in plastic snares, strangled in our synthetic blight, birds being robbed of flight. We sip our lattes in water from plastics that mar. Another swig as the earth bears the scars. Cigarette filters, a cellulose trap, sprawl on the streets, leaving waste in the world's lap. Food wrappers waltz across the floor. Grocery bags soar like kites taking flight, drifting aimlessly throughout the day and night. Bottle caps spin, straws and stirrers mingle as heaps of refuse seep into streams. Our springs besieged, poisoning dreams. Our future is dictated by consumption's extremes. They are invading the essence of Mother Earth's themes. Now, when we look out across the country and see the raging winds and tornadoes, the increased flooding and destruction, fires that ravage communities and travel across the state, nature's matriarch is speaking. Her anger shows in rainfalls that sweep away our streets. Her oceans soak grief-swelling tears as waves spit back plastic from caustic seas. The cost of our carelessness has left her scarred. She shows it in the heat of her raging fires. Beware the day when her sighs turn into screams, when Earth tires of our careless plastic-covered extremes. Can you feel the Earth, her breath, her tone? Mother Earth is speaking. Her voice gains strength with time, railing against our collective transgressions, revealing her truths, sounding a clarion alarm. Plastic's a villain in nature's sorrow, threatening today and all of our tomorrows. Thank you. Now, I mentioned earlier my fear of the ocean when I was young. The ocean still scares me. It is so massive, so mighty, but its beauty is unquestionable. There is a mystery about it that is alluring yet soothing, and for me, standing at the edge of the sea, looking out in quiet silence and just listening is empowering. I want to leave you with this last poem, which shares why I love the ocean and why we should all consider its beauty. This poem also appears on the California State Poet Laureate Lee Harris website with the California Arts Council, representing Vallejo and Solano County, along with D.L. Lang, one of our past poet laureates. Her poem also appears here as well. So I'm really honored for this one. And this poem is called When Sand, Sea, and Dreams Collide. The sound of the waves become my magical muse, where the wind whispers and the sea gently roars. Gentle breezes brush through my hair as salty mist sprinkles kiss my lips. I become lost in the rolling waves crashing across the bay and the breathtaking sight of the California shore. The ocean's embrace rejuvenates my soul, washing away the worries of the world. Its boundless beauty humbles me. I often visit this place where I become lost in contemplation, to let my spirit roam free and my imagination drift away on the crest of waves, stretched out across the vast, endless horizon, reflecting on its beauty, its mightiness, as I gather tiny treasures from the shore, shells, stones, and sea glass, as sounds of the gulls fly overhead. The ocean has become a haven where I can sit and let my thoughts wander and my dreams take flight in the soothing embrace of nature's arms. I am humbled by the sheer size of the waters that hug California. Grateful for this expanse before me, where I can return each day to my imagination. I have to say, serving the community of Vallejo as one of the Cole Poet Laureates, along with Kathleen Herman, is a real privilege for me. May our actions breathe life into our waters and our planet as we move forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oop, just about to spill my salt. Okay, so there's my dill, and that's ready to go. So, time to put it all together, I believe. So here is the farro that is already cooked. So for those of you that joined a little bit late, we have, I have some farro in a bag that shows what it looks like raw. It's over here. I happen to use this little bit from Whole Foods. So it kind of almost looks like barley. And then when it cooks, it doubles in size. And then here's what it looks like cooked. So it definitely puffs up. And I'm going to add that into the vinaigrette. And let's check on our green veggies in here. Oops, something happened here. Okay, they're close enough. All right, so now we will put it all together. So we got the farro. I actually have a little batch here from yesterday. So here's our green veggies, the asparagus and the snap peas. So those go in. Now, just a quick note about this. If I were making this for a party, and I kind of adapted this in the samples, I put the farro on the bottom, and then I put the green vegetables just on top. I didn't mix it like I'm going to mix today, and the reason is the acid from the lemon juice that we use is going to turn your green vegetables kind of a pea army green, and it's not super attractive. So if you're doing this for like an event or a lunch or something, you can do almost all of this ahead of time. You can make your farro, toss the dressing with the farro, let it sit in your fridge overnight, and then just keep your vegetables separate, and then toss the green veggies in right before you serve it. So you'll notice in the little sample cups, the farro's on the bottom, the green veggies are on the top, and the tomatoes are on the top, and then the feta cheese is sprinkled on top of that too. All right, so our green stuff's in there. Here's our dill, and then we have some of our cherry tomatoes. Those are going to go in. Last but not least, we have some feta cheese. So, do a little sprinkle there. Or more. You can add more feta if you want to, you know. I'm kind of a fan. All right, and the whole thing gets combined like so. And then another optional addition, which is on the recipe, if you want, is to add some kind of like a nut. I think toasted pine nuts are excellent with this recipe. You can also do walnuts or pistachios or whatever. And to toast those, you just put them on a dry sheet pan like this and put it in the oven for probably like, I don't know, for pine nuts, you have to watch them really carefully. 350, probably for like 7 minutes. Keep an eye on them, they burn easy. And that's it. So I might throw a few of those in here too. And that is this salad. So, everything's in there, yeah. So if anybody has questions, feel free to ask. Noah will hand out some samples for you guys if you want to taste it. And again, we have some information on Eat Well Farm over there, and more resources on our website, sustainablesolano.org. For somebody else.
I do all the... Thanks for coming, neighbor ladies. Ooh, mortality. That's getting right to the heart of the matter. Okay, Mary Alice, what's a word you think of? Water. Okay. What do you think about? Peace. That's a good connection. I like that. Nature. That's a good one. I think nature. 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 Clean up.
Yeah, Earth Day is Vallejo. You kept missing me. I kept going, I'm here, I got one. Earth Day's Vallejo. Dun, 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 dun. Earth Day's Vallejo. See, that's all right though. I hope you all had a great time today. We hope to do more later this summer. I don't know, I'm not in charge. But the drum circle was amazing by the end of the day. Great job, drum.